computer. There you go. This took me back to my days of financial planning because what we're going to talk about tonight, and I'll get into it, goes around the subject. And again, the title is Stop Letting Bad Credit Rob You. Now, why do I say that? All right. First of all, the importance of credit, why credit matters. And I'm going to deviate my camera just a little bit so I can see this. Yeah, I got my script right here, so you see me looking to the right, right? Can't help it. I can't change it. It says, what is credit? Why is it so important? It's your reputation as a borrower made up of information about you borrowing and repaying history. About your borrowing and repayment history, excuse me. Good credit history generates good credit scores and are rewarded by lenders with lower rates and favorable terms. Bad credit can cost you. Now, when it says bad credit can cost you, trust me, you're going to find out in the next few pages. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a lot of people out there that are putting off doing what they need to do, which is repairing your credit score. Okay, so if you're in that category, and do me a favor before I go any further, share this on your timeline. All right, let some of your friends see this. All right, either doing the recording now or right after. It doesn't make a difference, but please share this on your timeline because you will be doing your friends who are sitting back thinking that it's okay if they pay a 24 to 29.99% interest rate, example, on their credit cards, or some people buying a car, believe it or not, are paying those kind of interest rates because people classify them as a risk of paying that money back. Okay, so your spending habits, including purchases made with credit cards as well as payments for insurance cards, loans, utilities, cell phone bills, are the blueprint of your credit history and can make or break your reputation as a borrower. Paying bills on time and in full is good for credit and makes it easier for you to secure a mortgage, car loan, private student loan in the future. Paying late or defaulting on payments is a red flag for lenders, okay? If you have a poor credit history, you're likely to be seen as a risk and may not get a loan or credit card, or maybe give them one with a higher interest rate. So yeah, I've been talking to a lot of people lately that are down in the 400s and the 500s. I know, okay, what kind of interest rates that you're getting. I used to be a loan officer, amongst other things I've done in my life. I've done not just credit repair. I've done financial planning when I've actually sat down with people and went through their budgets, and some of the crazy stuff I've seen would make you freak out as far as people's money is concerned. People that we settle for. We say, okay, we got bad credit. Okay, well, I'll just pay the higher interest rate. It's not that easy, as you'll see very shortly. In addition to help you get a loan, credit can affect other aspects of your life. Now, this is very important. I didn't know this to here lately, right? Because I've been living outside the United States for a while. But credit affects from renting an apartment or getting hired for a job. Just like lenders and landlords or employees see a low credit score, they may perceive you to be financially irresponsible and too risky to take on. So by you carrying a below 700 credit score, you are risky. Okay, the lower it goes, this is your future employer looking at you. This is your future landlord looking at you. So if all these people are looking at you saying that you're a risk because you're not taking care of your credit, you're not paying regularly, they're saying they can't trust you. And that's just, it's crazy, but that's the way it is. Okay, so why do you want good credit? I just named you a number of reasons right there, right? And that, by the way, that is great, a great credit score to have. That's something that you should be shooting for, anywhere from there to an 850, and you get anything you want from anybody, right? Now, if you're down there in those 400s and 500s, I'm going to let you know right now, there is a way out. Okay. And most people say, well, I don't want to do it because you got to pay for it. Crazy. Crazy. And I'm going to try to show you some illustrations as to why. Just bear with me right here. Now, let's just take this. All right. Two people want to buy a house. That's the house they want to buy right there. Let me give you some figures. Two next door neighbors with nearly identical houses looking for refinancing, almost the same, $300,000. By the way, that house was a little bit more than $300,000, but we'll just say it's $300,000. 30-year fixed rate mortgage, except for one significant difference, okay? One neighbor has a 750 credit score. The other clocks in at 620. At 620, 750, 620. That's above, 500. The 750 neighbor gets the shiny advertised 4.25% rate on his mortgage. So that's a monthly payment of $1,476. The other neighbor that has a 620 credit score gets a 4.75. Now we're talking about a 0.50% difference in interest here. And he pays $1,565 a month, an interest rate that is 0.5% higher, and mortgage payments that are $89 a month more. Now, you might say, well, that's not that much. Well, yes, it is. Let's go back and do some mathematics just for a second. That $89, that's about $1,000 a year. Take that out for 10 years, it's $10,000. On a 30-year mortgage, that's $30,000. You can buy you a car for that, okay? So take it serious. Now, that's just one example right there. Let's talk about that car. Let's talk about that car right now, okay? Again, we're looking at two different rates here. Now, you've got a $20,000 auto loan, the guy with the good credit, and the guy with the bad credit. All right. Now, 60 months, 5 years, what the payments are. The guy with the good credit, he gets 6%. The guy with the bad credit, 26%. The payment for the guy with the good credit, $387. The bad credit, $589. Now, that's a $212 difference right there. Okay. Total, $3,199 in interest. Now, again, that's over 60 months. $15,000 in interest. In interest. Okay. That's another car. That's another car. So they say the difference is $12,730. But look, that's another car that you're paying. So you're going to tell me it's not worth paying a few dollars for a couple of months to get your credit to a decent score? Think about that. Okay, now this is one that everybody deals with on a daily basis. And I'm not going to tell you which company this is, because I'll just say this. This could be Sears, 26.99% annual interest rate, APR, okay? This could be Macy's, okay? I've just named those two. It's one of the two, but I'm not going to tell you which one it is, because I don't want you to say, okay, well, I'm going to cut up that credit card. No, it's one of those cards right there. Now, look, this is a balance on your credit card of $1,500. And they're paying the minimum here, which is $35 a month. Now, you ready for this? I hope you're sitting down, okay? I hope you're really sitting down on this. Whew. Now, amount of next payment applied to the principal is $1.26. Amount of next payment applied to the interest is $33.74. Okay? Total interest cost until payoff, $3,728. Now, I did not say that's the total you pay back. Listen, look at what that says. That says total interest cost until payoff. You've paid back double, a little bit more than double what you borrowed just in interest. And check this out. Number of monthly payments, 150, that's 12.5 years. Now, here's a joke, okay? These two companies that I mentioned, they're used all the time. But here's what normally happens. A person will take and get to a point Let's say that, okay, so I'm back up just for a second. You start out with $1,500. And let's say you get down below 1,000. Do you know what either one of those companies are going to do? They're going to send you a letter and say, now you can have $2,500. And do you know what most people are going to do? Rather than just paying it down, paying it off, guess what? They're going to take the $2,500, or the additional $1,000, excuse me. They're going to add on that other $1,000, okay, just because the company said they could. Understand this. Anytime you're working with credit cards, you're using someone else's money. And the longer you pay these types of interest rate, your finances are in a minus. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't get too deep on this. I'll do another class on this one. But just say you're investing at the same time. Now, you ask yourself this question. If you have a minus 26% interest that you're paying on your money, on your investment side of the house, how much do you have to be earning from your investment to make up that loss right there on your money? Okay? Now, y'all think about that when you go to sleep at night. But this is the reality here. This is what happens. Your principal is the last thing that gets paid. The first thing that gets paid is the interest. This is a never-ending cycle that's, sad to say, is passed on from generation to generation. It doesn't have to be. Now, you do need credit. I just explained to you. But you have to be in control of your credit. And number one way to do that is, of course, let me flip back up. Way to go. Is to get a decent credit score. Okay? Bar none. That's the only way you can do it. All right. So, credit facts and fallacies are abundant, and being able to separate truth from myth can go a long way in helping you keep your credit out of jeopardy. When it comes to a credit, knowledge is power. Let's take a look at some of the, what we call the most common credit myths that are out there on the market. All right? Myth. The more money you make, the better your score. The more money you make, the better your credit score. That's a joke. Income has nothing to do with your credit score. It isn't reported credit bureaus, so it's not even a part of your credit report. All right. This one I love. Bankruptcy protection is perfect for people with large amounts of debt. And this is one of the greatest myths about bankruptcy, is that it erases bad credit history. No, it doesn't. Okay. Look, the company I work for has deleted over 1 million negative items. Over 1 million negative items since they've been in existence. And believe it or not, yeah, bankruptcies are on there also. Although declaring bankruptcy fees frees you from paying back all or part of your debt, the delinquent accounts aren't deleted from your credit report. Instead, they're added to show you were included in bankruptcy and can remain there between 7 to 10 years. Now, the other part of the myth, once you've paid a past due debt, it's gone from your credit report. Poof, it just disappears, right? No, negative information and late payments remain on your credit report for 7 years from the date of the initial payment. The effects of these black marks on your credit score will, however, lessen over time. And let me go back and correct something I said, okay? Your bankruptcy has to be charged off before it can be removed from your credit report. I just realized what I said. All right, that's very important. Okay, paying cash for everything helps your credit score. Paying cash for everything isn't better than using credit, because if you pay cash, you can't establish a credit history. It's common sense. You need a history of responsibility credit use to establish a solid credit history and credit score. If you don't establish and maintain various types of credit accounts, your scores won't be as good as someone with a long history of credit. Now, this is kind of common sense. Here's the deal about credit, okay? Even if you don't want credit cards, you have to have them and a history of paying, to establish a decent credit score. I know it sounds like a catch-21, but it's reality. But see, here's the thing. This is just the way I've lived. After I went through a bout with credit at a younger age, is that I have one credit card with a credit union. This it's been more than 30 years. I guess because I was doing financial planning. I guess that's just how I came up with this. And yeah, I will use it, especially for trips, and I will pay it back, pay it off, and all that to establish my credit. Because then I want to get a car also. Car payment helps you to establish your credit, of course, as we all know, as long as you don't get repossessed. Okay, what's the next one? Moving credit card balances around will hide your debt. You can't hide that. Having many credit cards affects your credit, as does the amount of debt that you carry. You opt for a balance transfer to help you save money, pay off your loan fast by moving debt from a higher rate card to a lower rate card. But other than that, no, it doesn't help your score at all. Okay, this is what we all want right here. Can you see it up there? Excellent. Excellent. It says 30% of the people, that means the population of credit card holders, have a 750, 850. 13% have a 700 to 749. 18% have 650 to 699. And look down here, 34% poor. Poor. Do you see why I will always be in the credit repair industry? Okay. Except the difference is that I'm with a big organization now. I used to do this by hand. Believe me, very time consuming. I'm so lucky to have a big organization behind me, okay, that handle what I call the heavy lifting. I just look to help people, all right, to get them into my company and let my company let their system take over for them and handle the deletions of negative items from their credit report. All right. So, you want good credit? I got good news for you. That's why you got on this short seminar tonight. I can help, or we can help, but it takes, of course, action. You know, I've bumped into a number of people that I've had conversations with in the last 60 days to 90 days, and I hear every excuse in the world. They say they want to take care of it, but then it's supposed to happen by osmosis, right? They don't want to invest in their own future. I mean, you remember I should have showed you a fancy car, but you remember the house that I showed you? Okay, that house costs money. Somebody has to, let me say this, as long as you don't clean up your credit, you're robbing yourself of the life that you really want. It's really holding you back from the better jobs, from the better neighborhoods, from driving the nice cars, okay? And the only thing you're doing is just settling. Because see, if you get stuck with one of those higher credit cards, as I showed you, let me just back up here for a second, all right? So, is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? You want to get ripped off by having to go to institutions that are robbing you, rather than you paying 14%, okay, or example 6% for a car loan, you're going to pay 26%. I've seen them as high as 28%. And believe it or not, I know this because I personally set up a finance office before, right there in Georgia, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, we can help you get into the green. But you have to understand, yes, it is going to cost, but it's rather to have a short-term cost and a long-term benefit. Okay, so where was that? So what I need you to do, if you want more information and to have a personal telephone consultation, and we look at your problems, example, what are your negative items, what is your credit score now, where you trying to go, how soon you want to do it. We do all that on a telephone conversation. Just message me, inbox me, okay? And I'll set up a time to get with you as quickly as possible. And we'll try to go ahead and get you started. Okay? Now, sign up, get started, and you will be seeing results in 30 to 45 days. In fact, what I will share with you at the same time, I'm going to share with you a way that you can get it done for free. Yeah, I said that, free. Okay? Because let me give you some statistics. Now, my company puts out that there's roughly about 58 million people that need their credit repaired. Experian, which is, I think, one of the top reporters out there, bureaus or credit bureaus, they say it's more like 100 million plus people running around the United States with bad credit. So what does that mean? That means that I can't do all the work by myself. I'm looking for 12 people to introduce an exciting career as a credit repair agent. Now, with my team, of course, you're going to have top commissions. I'm not going to tell you about it on this. You got to talk to me. You get large cash bonuses, monthly car bonuses, house bonus, luxury vacation, cruises. You work your own hours, okay? You have excellent training and much, much more that I can't tell you in a 5-minute conversation here, all right? But I will share with you when you get with me. Now, everyone that becomes a credit repair agent, guess what? You get your credit repair done for free. I repeat that. You get your credit repair done for free. Okay? We'll talk about that in the conversation. Some people's for and some people's not. Either way, I'm the guy that wants to be able to help you to take action to change your credit score around so that it looks like this. All right? Now do me one favor. Please share this on your timeline, because somebody in your family, one of your running buddies needs to know about this. Somebody in your church needs to know about this, especially the pastor. Please tell him, okay? I would love to do a seminar for his people, all right? And I will see you on the next presentation. Thank you for being here. God bless. Now here's the fun part, is always getting off of these meetings. God bless. I love you.